In 2005, Hilary Swank stood under the dazzling lights of the Kodak Theater, holding her second Oscar. She turned to her husband and called him her everything, a declaration that seemed to capture the pinnacle of both her career and her personal life. Yet just a year later, their marriage unraveled. And the cracks weren't limited to her home life. Her films following those wins flopped at the box office. Her body was waging secret battles, and Hollywood, the very industry that had awarded her 2 golden statues, didn't know what to do with her next. So what truly happened to the woman who once seemed unstoppable? The story is one of hospital rooms, insurance battles, heartbreak, and perseverance that few could have imagined. Hilary Jean Swank was born on July 30, 1974, in Lincoln, Nebraska. Her family moved often before finally settling in Bellingham, Washington. By the age of 6, she lived in a small trailer park near Lake Sammamish, a modest home that exposed her early to the sting of judgment. At school, other parents would pull their children away when they learned where she lived. Invitations to playdates vanished. Slowly, she realized that people often assessed a person's value by where they slept. These early hardships left a lasting impression. Loneliness became familiar, but it also fueled her imagination. Books and movies provided escape, worlds where she felt welcome and safe. She absorbed the stories of characters who faced adversity and triumphed, finding hope and inspiration. Over time, acting evolved from a dream into a calling, a path that felt vital and necessary. Home life was no calmer. Her parents, Stephen and Judy, worked tirelessly to stay afloat, and money was always tight. By age 15, their marriage collapsed. In 1990, Hilary and her mother made a daring choice. They left Washington with only $75, a single gas station credit card, and a car filled with hope, driving to Los Angeles with no backup plan. The journey to California was exhausting. For weeks, the Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme they drove doubled as both transportation and shelter. Nights were spent in rest stops or along quiet streets. They bathed in public bathrooms and dressed as best they could for auditions. Hilary understood the fragility of their situation, but her determination never wavered. Acting had moved beyond a childhood escape, it was a lifeline. The stage had always been her refuge. At 9, she performed as Mowgli in The Jungle Book with the Bellingham Theatre Guild. The applause, the lights, and the energy gave her a sense of belonging she had never felt elsewhere. These early performances nurtured her confidence and planted the belief that she could find her place in the world, despite her background. In Los Angeles, the struggle continued, but slowly the tide turned. Her mother found a secretarial job, and they rented a single room from another single mother in Burbank. It wasn't luxury, but it provided a foundation. Hilary started booking minor television roles. Though the pay was small, every opportunity confirmed that persistence could pay off. She never forgot nights spent hungry in the car, and gratitude became part of her identity. At 16, Hilary and her mother began seeking agents. Judy secured a meeting with Bonnie Lidke, known for discovering Leonardo DiCaprio. Hilary signed, hopeful yet cautious. Hollywood was relentless. Rejection was constant, and only small, uncredited parts came her way. In 1992, she appeared in Buffy the Vampire Slayer as Kimberly Hanna. The film opened at number 5, earning $4.55 million its first weekend, totaling $14 million domestically. Critics were lukewarm, but the project brought her one step closer. Television offered more experience. Harry and the Hendersons, Evening Shade, and Growing Pains kept her working. She also had a recurring role on Camp Wilder, providing steady practice. For Hilary, work itself became the reward. Every job mattered because it kept her in the fight. In 1994, she landed a leading role in The Next Karate Kid, playing Julie Pierce. The film had the ingredients for success but failed, earning just $8.75 million domestically and under $16 million worldwide. Critics cited a weak story despite praising her performance. The experience taught her the importance of carefully selecting roles that resonated personally rather than simply paying the bills. The late 1990s saw minor films like Heartwood and Quiet Days in Hollywood, which went largely unnoticed. She joined Beverly Hills 90210 in 1998 as Carly Reynolds, expecting stability. But after 16 episodes, her character was quietly written out. The setback forced her to question her place in Hollywood. Later revelations showed the problem was weak writing, not her talent. teaching her how much external forces could shape public perception. Opportunity arrived with Boys Don't Cry. The role of Brandon Teena demanded total immersion. Hilary cut her hair, flattened her chest, deepened her voice, and studied literature and court documents about transgender identity. She lived as a man for weeks, adjusting her movements, speech, and posture. The process was intense and transformative. When the film premiered in 1999, the response was extraordinary. Critics lauded her performance as raw and compelling. At the 2000 Academy Awards, she won Best Actress over Annette Bening. Her leap from obscurity to the Oscar stage stunned the industry. Yet the night also included an awkward moment. She forgot to thank her husband, Chad Lowe, who had supported her through it all. Though he forgave her, the media amplified the story, straining their relationship. By 2005, Hilary trained relentlessly for Million Dollar Baby. Hours of boxing, weightlifting, push-ups, pull-ups, and even pushing her SUV were routine. Her diet reached 4,000 calories a day with 210 grams of protein. She endured infections and exhaustion, yet she sculpted her body and honed her craft. Her efforts earned her second Oscar at 30, making her one of the few women to win twice. Even with triumph, her marriage could not withstand the pressures. By January 2006, she and Chad separated, finalizing the divorce in 2007. Fans were stunned, unaware of the private challenges behind the public facade. Her career also faced obstacles. The Black Dahlia, Amelia, The Core, and The Reaping all underperformed, despite her talent. Hollywood struggled to cast her beyond prestige dramas, leaving her in professional limbo. Meanwhile, her health posed ongoing challenges. She battled ovarian cysts and endometriosis for over a decade, losing one ovary in 2008 and requiring constant monitoring of the other. Treatments were often denied by insurance, forcing her to fight publicly. In 2020, she sued SAG-AFTRA's health plan, highlighting systemic inequities and advocating for fair treatment of women. Love returned in 2018 when she met Philip Schneider on a blind date. Their connection was instant, and they married months later, bringing stability and calm. After freezing her eggs, she became pregnant at 47 and gave birth to twins, Ya and Om, in April 2023, celebrating the long-awaited joy of motherhood. Life continued with both sorrow and joy. In 2025, she mourned the sudden loss of her rescue dog, Kai, who had been a constant companion. Later that year, a misunderstanding at LAX involving a woman she thought was photographing her twins sparked controversy. Once clarified, both women expressed understanding, highlighting the ongoing tension between public attention and private life. Hilary Swank's story is not one of effortless success. It is one of resilience, determination, and unyielding courage. From trailer park beginnings to standing on Oscar stages, from chronic health struggles to finally embracing motherhood, she faced trials that would have broken many. Every setback strengthened her, and every victory was earned. Her life shows that even in heartbreak, rejection, and physical hardship, extraordinary achievements are possible, and fulfillment can be found on one's own terms.